Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am starting a brand new series, like a playlist of sorts that I'm really excited about. If you watched my last video, then I kind of like alluded to it a little bit, but I wanted to make an entire playlist or an entire series all about the food noise and the food noise that you have and how GLP-1s kind of affect that, because I kind of find like the science end of it really interesting. Like not only, like the slowing digestion and all of that, but like how is this medication like turning something off in your brain that I've had basically my entire life. So one of my biggest like aha moments on this journey wasn't anything physical. It wasn't the scale, it wasn't like eating smaller portions, and it wasn't like clothes fitting differently. It was when I realized something was missing when I was going about my day, and that something was constant thoughts about food. So if you ever wondered like, why can't I stop thinking about food? Why can't I turn it off? Like, do other people live like this? That's food noise. And that's probably one of the main reasons that I got on GLP-1s to begin with. And probably the reason why a lot of you got on it too. So in today's video, in the first video of my series, I really want to break down what is food noise, why it takes over your brain, and then how the GLP-1 medication helps quiet it. And it's not through willpower, but through actual changes in your brain that interprets hunger, rewards, and food cues. So what food noise actually is. Food noise is not hunger. It's that mental chatter. It's thinking about your next meal while you're currently eating one, which I've done before. It's planning snacks in your head. It's replaying what you ate earlier, or even like negotiating with yourself. Oh, I'll eat this, but I'll start tomorrow. Well, I'll do this, but I'll start Monday. It's just like that food having a constant presence in the back of your mind, and like you can't shut it off. So next part, what food noise feels like. So it can feel like kind of like a loop playing in your head over and over and around again, or like that pull or that urge to go towards the pantry or the fridge when like you're not actually hungry. And again, this goes along with that one, but the constant cravings that like override your logic when you know you shouldn't be eating it. And if you've ever tried to like just have willpower, you already know that food noise isn't fixed by discipline, because it's definitely like all in your head. And if anything, it actually makes it louder when you try and fight it or try and like white knuckle through it. So now what most people mix up is food noise versus actual hunger. And this is key because they are not the same thing. Hunger is actually physical. Like you feel that emptiness, your stomach is growling, your body needs fuel. Food noise, on the other hand, is mental. It's about like a reward or the anticipation or the planning or even like comfort. And understanding the difference is actually what makes the GLP-1 medication make so much sense for us when we get on it, and then that mental chatter like goes away. Maybe for the first time in your entire life. Okay, so now like the brain side, kind of more sciencey side, why food noise happens. So the one thing I wish like more people understood, especially when you are second guessing yourself getting on this medication, is that having that type of food noise and the mental chatter, not a lot of people talk about it, first of all. Like not a lot of people outside like the GLP-1 or like community, because even if growing up when I was trying to lose weight or following 21-day fix and Beachbody workouts, nobody talked about food noise. Like when I first started researching GLP-1s, that's actually the first time I've ever heard of it. And when I was reading it, it clicked in my head and I was like, oh my God, I have that. This medication can fix that? Sign me up. And I did. So here's what actually causes it. A drop in dopamine. So your brain gets used to your rewards, that's your food, usually or especially calorie dense ones, let's say ice cream, for instance. And your brain starts anticipating them earlier and earlier. Another thing that can cause it is when your blood sugar crashes. So even like slight fluctuations in your blood sugar can trigger cravings, any type of food thoughts, or urgency to snack. Another cause is emotional reinforcement, and that goes back to like emotional eating, stress, boredom, loneliness, that type of thing. Your brain actually remembers what types of foods soothe you emotionally, and then your type of habit patterns. Much like, training your dog, your brain becomes trained to know that, the clock is looking like 8 o'clock, that's my nighttime snack time. Or I'm watching TV, that equals snack time. That actually is my husband. he can't sit down and watch a TV show or a movie without needing or having that urge or that feeling to snack. Also, if you're having work stress, that could be your kind of trigger that you need to snack. Or if you're driving, a lot of people eat like snacks in their car while they drive or commute. So this is just like your brain running these scripts over and over again because it's been trained over time. Okay, and now the other side of it, what GLP-1s actually do. So this is like the science, more science side of it. The GLP-1s, first of all, they don't create willpower. You are the one doing this. They don't brainwash you into eating less. Now, yes, you do eat less, but again, that's because the slower digestion and you feel full in the long term, blah, blah, blah. And also going along with that, they don't force restriction. You're just naturally inclined to restrict yourself because you're not hungry. What they do change is your brain's response to those food cues. So here's what that means in real life. Number one, the reward signal is quieter. It means your brain doesn't light up the same way it used to when you're thinking about food. Number two, the urgency disappears. You can now want something without feeling like that urge or that pull towards it. Number three, and this one was a huge one for me, it was that preoccupation turns off. So food stops being a 24/7 thought. Number four, the signals to your brain that you're satisfied start working again. So you feel satisfied instead of needing to keep eating to get that moment. And number five, the emotional eating becomes less automatic. So now the pause between feeling something and acting on it becomes bigger. And this is one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to start this kind of series about GLP-1s and food noise, because this was the biggest thing that surprised me about the GLP-1. Like I was like, there's no way, like, that seems magic. Like, that just seems like witchcraft that you're gonna turn off these food thoughts in my brain when I've been living like this my whole life. No, like, I expected the nausea, I expected to eat smaller meals, I expected I would have like little to no appetite. The food noise though, it disappearing, it was just the silence. When they say like silence is louder than whatever that saying is, silence is golden. What is it? Whatever. Anyway, it being silent in my brain, I mean, I couldn't pay enough money for that, really. Like, I eat breakfast and then move on with my day. Or I just feel like what they call neutral or just like blah about foods that used to like scream my name, or like I would just be constantly thinking about. I think I mentioned in my other video, we had 2 cupcakes last weekend, and it was like a Saturday. My mom brought them for a birthday party, and they were sitting on our counter for days. They would have been gone before. That food noise would have urged me and pulled me in to eat those cupcakes like the day after. But they just sat on the counter. I just felt neutral. I felt blah towards them. I literally forgot they were there. So it's like I suddenly understood, like, is this how other people live their life? Like normal people? Like the people that say, oh, I forgot to eat lunch today. Before I'd be like, huh? What? But now I actually did forget. I didn't forget to eat lunch, but I wasn't hungry. So I had my usual, protein stuffed breakfast, and then now it's 4 o'clock and I'm just like, yeah, I should probably eat. I am actually really hungry. Like my stomach is growling. I probably should have eaten earlier, but I was just busy with my regular full-time job. But yeah, it's like, it was just like no big deal though. I wasn't like dying or like my blood sugar was crashing. It was just like, yeah, okay, I should eat now. But yeah, people like that, I used to think that they were just lying. Or like, oh, you want to feel special because you didn't feel the urge to eat lunch. But now I get it. So, and now this part is actually really important. It's what GLP-1s don't fix. So they quiet the noise and they give you that space. They free up that space in your mind. But here's some things that they don't fix. Emotional coping patterns. Again, all of these are kind of like, maybe you should get a therapist and talk to them about it, or a nutritionist maybe. Binge eating disorders, compulsive eating habits, or like childhood food trauma habits, and like stress responses. Again, get a good therapist, get on a good SSRI, SSRI girlies, we're here, I'm on one too. It'll just make your overall life better, and this has nothing to do with the GLP-1 medication. So all of that, the GLP-1s give you kind of that space, like I said, that space in your brain where you can pause and really like reflect on what you're eating, whereas that pause before was just filled with food noise and that mental chatter. So now how to work with that quiet. When the noise quiets for you, it now opens up a realm of possibilities and options that you have in front of you. Now you can stop eating when you're actually satisfied and not stuffed. You can work on breaking those old nighttime habits where like you're looking at the clock and it's 8 o'clock, thinking about a snack. Nope, now you're not, because the GLP-1 is doing what it's supposed to. You can walk away from a craving without feeling like tortured or white knuckling that you walked away from something that you really, really wanted. You can start to listen to those real hunger signals like, oh, I'm starting to get a headache. Maybe I should eat something. Or my stomach is actually growling. Maybe I should eat something. And you can rebuild your relationship with food. This is something I've said time and time again in like a lot of my previous videos. The GLP-1 is a tool to help you rebuild your relationships with food, because for a lot of us on these medications, like we've tried dieting our entire lives, going through diets, going through eating disorders, or like working out like way past your breaking point. At one point I was running on the treadmill for 30 minutes every night, and then all I was eating was 2 eggs and a protein shake. Probably not the best. Yeah, not the best habit. And then this medication comes along and opens up the door to all of these options and possibilities for you to kind of rework your entire life. So if food noise has been running your entire life, you are not broken, you're not weak, and you're not undisciplined. You're just fighting your biology, and your willpower was not winning it until it got a little help from the GLP-1s. At least definitely in my case. So again, that was just kind of like a brief overview of kind of what I want to get into in this series, and hopefully this was a little bit more educational and kind of shed some light maybe into some of the things going on in your life. If this did, definitely give this video a thumbs up, and then you can subscribe to see all my future videos. I have about 8 or 10 of these kind of videos lined up for me, which I will be recording week by week, and you can still get used to my usual, you know, one week will be kind of like an educational type video, and then my other one will be more fun, or like my weekly update if I have any updates. And then I also kind of have like some fun scientific or some fun experiments, I should say, with the GLP-1s in my body and trying out different things. So those are definitely coming down the pipeline, and watch out for that too. Save this video for the days like when you just need the reminder that food noise is real, and with the GLP-1 medication, relief is possible. I kind of sound like an infomercial, but relief is possible. It really is. Like, if you're not on this medication, and then when you do get on it, let me know. You know what? That's the thing. Let me know in the comments, what was your like aha moment? Like, was it when the food noise disappeared and you were just like caught off guard? Like, I used to want that all the time, and now, like cookies. I used to want cookies all the time, and now they're going stale. I will bake cookies and like eat 1 or 2. Then the rest of them will go stale because I don't even want them anymore. I would eat the entire baking sheet full of cookies beforehand. Like, that's magic. That's witchcraft. Are we sure this is a witchcraft? I don't know. Jury's still out. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.